The moon of Yellorin glowed with soft blue light, hanging still in the quiet void of space. Around it, battlecruisers, peace ships, and diplomatic shuttles from over 200 species floated in orbit. A sign that the Grand Galactic Summit had begun. Inside the Great Chamber, the air buzzed with pride, power, and arrogance. Every race that mattered in the galaxy had a seat. One by one, ambassadors and leaders gave long, dull speeches about peace, trade, and unity. Then it was Earth's turn. A quiet ripple of confusion passed through the room. From the far edge of the hall, Ambassador General Marcus Reed stood and walked slowly to the center platform. He wore Earth's formal military uniform, black, silver, and simple. No armor. No symbols of power. He placed a small silver disc on the podium. Before he could speak, a deep nasal voice echoed across the room. "We let the primitives speak now." Laughter. Loud, cruel, unfiltered. The words came from Varlock, a senior diplomat of the Zarn Empire, a warlike species known for its brutality and lack of patience. Others around him chuckled. Even members from peaceful empires grinned. Some didn't laugh, but no one stopped. General Reed paused. Not a muscle on his face moved. He didn't answer. He didn't speak. He pressed a button on the disc. A red light blinked once. Recording started. He turned, walked back to his seat, and said nothing. Earth, 12 hours. Later, the video from the summit spread across Earth like wildfire. It aired on news channels, exploded across social media, and was played again and again with the same subtitles. "We let the primitives speak now." It became a meme. It became a joke. It became a scar. In every Earth nation, from military, bunkers in Colorado to labs in Beijing to think tanks in Berlin, the message was clear. We were not welcome. We were mocked. But in one high-security underground room in Geneva, deep beneath the Earth Federation's Council Hall, no one was. Laughing. Inside, generals, scientists, diplomats, and AI specialists gathered around a table shaped like a spearhead. General Reed entered, holding a data chip. "I want you all to watch this again," he said, "and listen closely to the laughs. Count them." The lights dimmed. The video played. The room stayed silent. When the lights came back on, Reed spoke again. "They think we're weak, and that's good. They think we're alone. It's even better. It's time to stop asking to be accepted." He placed the data chip in the center of the table. It's time to show them what Earth really is. Someone across the table leaned forward, voice cautious. "You want to activate it?" Reed nodded once. "Prepare Project Echofall. Somewhere in deep orbit, classified human installation. Hidden inside a cold asteroid belt near a dead sun, a station hummed to life for the first time in years. Lights blinked. Doors opened. Sleeping systems woke. Inside, strange tubes of glowing plasma pulsed, slowly like veins in a giant body. Behind sealed walls, strange creatures stirred. Not aliens, but humans. Changed, trained, tested. Warriors who had been erased from public record. Not soldiers. Echo's Project Echofall had only one mission: to show the galaxy that humanity may arrive late, but never weak. Back on Yellorin Galactic Council chambers, Zarn diplomat Varlock sat back in his golden chair, relaxed and proud. He had insulted Earth, and nothing had happened. No response, no challenge. "Primitive cowards," he said to a fellow delegate. Suddenly, a small notification blinked on his holopad. "New broadcast from Earth." He tapped it. The room's lights dimmed automatically. Every screen in the chamber showed the same message. It's a video. It was the recording. "We let the primitives speak now," then silence. Then Earth's flag appeared. Then one simple sentence: "Laughter is the last sound before war." The room fell silent. Varlock's face darkened. He turned to his aide. "Track every Earth signal. Now, I want to know what they're planning." But it was already too late. Cliffhanger on Earth. General Reed stood inside a dark control room. Through the glass, he looked down at 6 black transport ships warming up. Each carried one weapon. Not missiles, not drones. Bombs. Okay, but something far worse. He picked up a communicator launch. And far above Earth, 6 dots began moving toward galactic space. The underground base beneath Antarctica was quiet, too quiet. Snowstorm howls raged above, but down here the silence was tense, electric. Generals, scientists, and soldiers gathered inside a steel-lined war room glowing with blue light. A digital world map blinked on the far wall. General Reed stood at the head of the table. Project Echofall is no longer theory, he said. It starts now. Murmurs filled the room. Some looked afraid, others excited. Dr. Lena Park, the lead physicist, stepped forward. Q-Fall engine is still unstable. We've never tested it on full scale. Reed met her eyes. We don't have time for perfect. The galaxy thinks we're a joke. They won't see what's coming. She nodded slowly. Then we begin the drop sequence. Meanwhile, on the outer rim of the galaxy aboard a Zarn battleship, Captain Zurich paced the command bridge, still laughing about the Earth incident. Did you see his face? He said, recalling the human ambassador. Primitive eyes, weak voice. And they think they belong with us. His second in command, Threx, frowned. Maybe we shouldn't underestimate them. I heard they survived 3 extinction-level events. Zurich scoffed. Luck, nothing more. Just then, a console beeped. Unknown signal approaching from Earth's direction. The tech officer reported. Another message. Block it, Zurich ordered. But it wasn't a message. It was a ship. Back on Earth, in the control room of Project Echofall, the screen displayed a massive triangular spacecraft launching from underground, cloaked in a shell of ion-disrupting energy. The ship had no weapons visible, looked like a ghost in space. Echofall 1 is airborne, a technician confirmed. Signal clean, no external detection. Inside the ship, Commander Arden Black sat alone in the pilot's seat. 'Twas calm, almost cold. Commander, are you sure you're ready for this? The voice on comms asked. Arden replied, the galaxy laughed at us. Time to show them what human silence really means. He pushed the throttle. The ship vanished, literally. On the Zarn battleship, alarms blared. Something's inside our sensor range. But we can't see it. Shields failing. Eight-hole pressure dropping. Captain Zurich looked around, stunned. We're not under attack. What is this? But then, lights failed. Engines died. Doors began to shut one by one. And on every screen aboard the ship, one sentence appeared. Your galaxy laughs. We learn, then we end. The crew panicked. Then came the sound. A low hum, deep and ancient. Not natural. And then silence. Total blackout. Back on Earth, General Reed watched the live stream in silence. They didn't even fight back, a colonel whispered. They never saw it coming, Reed said. That's the point. Dr. Park stared at the data. They didn't just lose power. Echofall didn't destroy them, it rewrote their ships. An entire system turned it into a ghost. General Reed smiled for the first time. Good, but far across the galaxy, in the capital of the Galactic Union, something else was happening. A strange data packet appeared in the Central Archive, a copy of the incident. Every council member saw it. They watched in silence as the footage from the Zarn ship played, a quiet approach. No weapons fired, then total shutdown. And finally, the message. One line, this is what happens when you mock the quiet ones. Back on Earth, the president called General Reed. What have you done? Reed's voice was calm. They humiliated us on a galactic stage. I responded with silence and precision. This could start a war. No, Reed said. This ended something. They won't laugh again. Cliffhanger. On a distant mining planet, a team of alien workers suddenly find their equipment frozen, their ships don't respond. A human voice speaks from nowhere. This is not a warning. This is a reminder. Fade to black. The mining world of Gorvey 6 had never known war. Skies were calm. Its workers, mostly Grox and Filari species, spent their days extracting rare minerals for the Galactic Union. Life was simple, quiet, until today. Tunnels deep underground suddenly flickered with blue static. Drill machines shut down. Lights failed. Radio went silent. Then came the message again. This is not a warning. This is a reminder. Worker crews froze. Foreman Gruck stared at his lifeless datapad. What kind of virus is this? He muttered. It wasn't a virus. A human-made pulse had traveled across thousands of light years. Using gravity compression waves, something the galaxy believed was impossible. But Earth had done it. Again, in the Galactic Union Council Hall, panic was setting in. Ambassador Yalsir of the Zarn screamed, "This is an act of war. They disabled our fleet." "No shots were fired," said the calm voice of a Loran diplomat. "No one died, no damage to infrastructure." "But they made fools of us," Yalsir barked. "They invaded our minds." Chancellor Varun of the Galactic Union raised his long, spindly hand. "Let's be clear. Earth has just shown a level of silent warfare we didn't know existed. They didn't break our rules, they rewrote them." The room felt quiet. Then someone whispered, "What else can they do?" On Earth, deep in a hidden research site beneath the Sahara Desert, a new weapon was being tested. Not a bomb, not a gun. Sound low, smooth, almost a whisper. The humans called it the voice engine. Dr. Lena Park stood behind a thick glass window, watching a slab of reinforced alien steel tremble, then shatter into dust. "It's not volume," she explained to the stunned military officers. "It's vibration. Every material in the galaxy has a frequency it fears. We found it." General Reed asked, "And can we focus it from orbit?" Dr. Park nodded. "We already are." Across the galaxy, military fleets from 6 star systems began moving. Towards Solurth's star. It was a show of force, a message. But Earth didn't wait. Before the fleets even passed Jupiter's orbit, they stopped. Not by human missiles, by silence. All their engines shut down. All their weapons locked. Every screen showed the Earth insignia, a quiet blue circle, with no sound and one single phrase. "You brought fleets. We brought silence." In the command room on Earth, Commander Arden Black returned from his mission. He stepped off. EchoFall1.com as ever. Reporters begged for interviews. Cameras flashed. The world wanted a hero. But Arden simply said, "It's not about power. It's about not being underestimated again." Then he walked away. On Gorvey 6, things grew stranger. The equipment that had shut down suddenly restarted, but now spoke in human languages. The drill machines moved smoother. The computers had better security. The humans hadn't just silenced the world, they were improving it. Why would they help us? One Grox miner asked. Another replied, "Maybe they want us to think before." We mock again. Meanwhile, the Galactic Union Council faced a new crisis. Ambassador Yalsir slammed his fists on the table. "We need sanctions, military strikes, blockades." But Chancellor Varun shook his head. "You still don't understand," he said. This wasn't a threat. It was a demonstration. The humans didn't ask for revenge, they asked for respect. The room went silent. Then a new alert came in. A transmission from Earth. The video was short. President Ellison of Earth stood behind a black podium. Her words were simple. "We were mocked. We were laughed at. We were treated like children at a table of giants. But humans don't forget pain. We learn. We adapt. And now we build in. Silence. If you wish for peace, talk to us. If you wish for war, understand this. You already lost the feed cut." Cliffhanger in a hidden chamber under the ruins of an old Martian colony. A human archaeologist wipes dust off a giant alien artifact. It hums. Slowly, a hologram appears. Not human. Ancient, and it speaks. You have awakened what sleeps beneath the stars. Prepare your kind, she gasps. And it ends. The stealth fleet moved in silence, hidden by Earth's new cloaking tech veil protocol. The ships glided through dark space, unseen and unheard. Round them, hundreds of Zarn satellites scanned. But none reacted. Earth's technology had surpassed even what the Union thought possible. Inside the command ship Ghostlight, General Reed watched the stars. Target confirmed, came the whisper from Lieutenant Mara. Ahead was Station Vorex 9. A massive Zarn outpost controlling 3 trade routes. Hundreds of alien ships docked there. Billions of credits passed through it daily, and it was about to vanish. Reed didn't smile. He didn't blink. He only spoke one word: execute. Outside, Earth's ships launched hundreds of black capsules. They moved like jellyfish in the void slow, drifting. They looked harmless. But inside each was something terrifying. Nanite war bombs. A minute passed. Nothing happened. Then total silence. Station Vorex 9 blinked out of existence. No fire, no explosion. It just dissolved. Metal melted. Systems collapsed. The central AI screamed for help before fading into static. Across the galaxy, emergency beacons lit up. Earth hadn't just struck hit, had erased a symbol of Zarn power in seconds. Far away on Zarn Prime, chaos spread in the council chambers. "What do you mean, Vorex 9 is gone?" shouted Emperor Valak. Screens showed only static. Military leaders panicked. Generals barked orders to activate the Void Sentinels. But the response was slow. No one knew who was next. No one had ever seen such a strike. Across the table, one old admiral stared at a hologram of Earth's old ships. "They were behind us," he said softly. "They let us think they were weak. But they've been building in silence." The others didn't want to hear it. But he wasn't wrong. Meanwhile, in the Outer Rim, a rescue convoy from the Talari Republic responded to an unknown distress call. The message repeated this: "Is Earth's vessel Nightingale? We are under attack. Please help." The Talari answered they found the ship. Damaged, smoking, floating dead. As they pulled closer, scanners reported no life signs. Still, the Talari sent a boarding team. The inside was dark, empty. Then the doors sealed behind them. Inside the ship, gas flooded the air. Talari troops collapsed. A nearby asteroid turned, revealing hidden human strike drones. In one smooth move, they hacked into the Talari network. Minutes later, Earth had full access to Talari's inner defense system. Another silent victory. On Earth, General Reed addressed a secret. "Room of leaders. We are not attacking blindly," he said. "Okay? We are teaching them." "Teaching what?" a young officer asked. Reed looked at him with calm fire in his eyes. "We're showing the galaxy that Earth remembers." He tapped a console, showing lists of past insults. The Zarn calling humans presentient monkeys. The Dreth banning Earth's technology from trade. The Grawl using Earth's moon as a garbage orbit without permission. "We asked for respect," Reed said. "They gave us laughter. Now they would give us fear." That night, another strike shook the galaxy. On the trade hub of Ironox 5, thousands of beings gathered for the annual Galactic Tech Expo. Just before the event started, the main holoscreen lit up with a message. "This presentation is brought to you by Earth." Then the building collapsed. Not from bombs, from within. Earth's agents had secretly altered the construction code, reprogramming repair bots to dismantle key supports on command. 12 seconds, the Zarn called it an act of war. The humans called it a warning. In the shadows of the Andari Belt, a secret Zarn base prepared to retaliate. Their weapons were ready. Fighters on standby, but the lights flickered. One by one, systems shut down. The base commander barked into the comms. "Who's there?" No answer. Only laughter. Not alien laughter. Human. The lights came back. One word appeared on every screen. Ecofall. Cliffhanger. At the edge of known space, a small alien listening post received a broken transmission. It was a child's voice, human. "They told me stars were safe," the voice said. "They were wrong." Static followed, then a sound. No one had heard in thousands of years a planetary-scale warp event. The post exploded before it could warn anyone. And in the deep dark, something huge moved. Earth wasn't just striking. It was waking something. Something old. Something terrible. To be continued. In the darkness of space, a small Zarn listening post detects strange movement near the edge of their territory. It's quiet, fast, and human. Story. The Zarn Empire had laughed at Earth. They didn't laugh now. A week had passed since the attack on Talos Prime. The planet still burned. The Galactic Union was in chaos. Some blamed the humans. Others stayed silent, afraid. But no one could explain how Earth, a primitive world, had pulled it off. On a quiet space station above Zarn mining colony J77, technician Vril heard a beep. "Unusual energy spike," the AI said. "Unknown vessel approaching." "Could be pirates," Vril muttered. But when he zoomed in, his face turned pale. It was the same shape, the same design as the human drone ship seen at Talos Prime. He hit the emergency alarm. By the time the defense systems powered up, it was too late. A blue pulse hit the station. Not an explosion. Signal. Every system on the station, lights, weapons, life support, shut down. The lights flickered, doors sealed. Vril screamed into the comms. Then the screens flashed. A human face. "General Reed, let this be your warning," he said, calm, but cold. "Earth is not weak. Earth is not blind. Earth remembers everything." The screen went black. Vril fell to the floor, shaking. Half the station crew never woke up. Back on Earth, General Reed stood in a dark command room. He looked at the screen showing multiple blinking dots, human stealth ships spreading through the galaxy. A younger officer, Captain Lyra, stood beside him. "They'll come for us now," she said. "I'm counting on it," Reed replied. Meanwhile, on the Galactic Union homeworld, council members gathered in panic. "We underestimated them," said Counselor Malik of the Corel species. "They've gone rogue." "No," said Counselor Thielen of the Dreth. "They've declared war." Someone whispered they were supposed to be nothing. Others said, now they're everything. Cliffhanger in deep space. A massive Zarn fleet gathers near Earth's solar system. But before they can enter, they receive a message. "Turn around," it says, "or vanish like the others." The message is signed, Project Ecofall Command. The Zarn Admiral laughs, then gives the order to attack. But as their ships move forward, one by one, they start disappearing from sensors. No trace, no wreckage, just gone. The mighty Zarn fleet enters Earth's solar system. Thousands of ships, millions of soldiers, the largest armada ever sent. They expect an easy fight. Instead, they find nothing, no resistance, no signals, no signs of Earth, just silence. The Zarn Admiral Devor Zell sat on his bridge, confused. "Why aren't they here?" he barked. His officers checked the scans again and again. "Sir, Earth is gone." "Gone," Zell repeated, rising from his chair. The screen showed Earth, but different. No satellites, no defense grid, no human signals, just a planet, like it had been abandoned. Then the stars began to move. No, not stars. Ships, thousands of human ships uncloaked all around them. Massive, silent, deadly. "Surround them," Zell shouted, but their own. Engines failed, were not moving. Lights dimmed across the Zarn fleet. Then a voice came through every ship, every comm, every helmet. "You laughed. You mocked. You called us weak. You forgot one thing. We learn. was General Reed, his voice calm, controlled, but terrifying. "We watched you for decades," he said. "We studied your tech, your patterns, your weaknesses." The human. Ships began firing, but not with explosions, with silence. Strange pulse. Each Zarn ship it touched stopped working. Engines shut down. Lights died. Crews vanished without sound. It wasn't death, it was erasure. No wreckage. No bodies. Just gone. Counselor Malik, watching from the Galactic Union chamber, stood frozen. "This isn't war," he whispered. "It's punishment." On Earth, Captain Lyra monitored everything from the Echo Fall command bunker. "They're folding space. Ship by ship," she said. A tech officer replied, "They're erasing Zarn code from reality itself." "No survivors?" she asked. He shook his head. Back in space, only one Zarn ship remained. Admiral Zell's. He tried to flee, but the stars bent around him. A human ship appeared, sleek, black, silent. It didn't fire. It sent a final message: "Your empire ends now," and then darkness. Epilogue. Weeks later, the Galactic Union held a new summit. Every species was present, every seat filled, all quiet. Then came footsteps. Earth's new representative walked in. General Reed. No suit. No translator. No need. He looked around the silent hall. No one dared laugh. He spoke just 3 words. "Earth accepts membership." No vote was held. The Union simply nodded. Because everyone now knew one truth. Humanity was not the joke.